I don't know what he's dealing
Damn, he
with, but
can't sleep. Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
like maybe
Because
it's
I
like
think he
some
could be he could
mental or
like you said something with that like you were saying in that front court boom. I think he could be a difference. You know what I mean? Young
Mm-hmm.
guy.
I
You know what I
say
mean? Got bounce
he
size
has a
length.
ribs injury. Sorry,
Oh,
it says
rib
he has
injury. Okay.
a rib.
But yeah. No, that's yeah. It's looking rough for the Cavaliers. I just don't like counting them out, man. Like the way they battle back against the Magic, which we're saying would be a better matchup, but the way they battle back against the Magic and
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
games, it was some tough games down the stretch that they really pulled out. So I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe they could slow the pace down with the Celtics. I think maybe that'll help them, but I don't know, man. The Celtics have just been elite. You know what I mean? In the half court, fast break offense, defensively, like it's just really tough to get a handle on it. And it's with no Porzingis.
Mm.
Yeah.
So imagine if Porzingis is out there to spread the floor even more, like
But they don't have nobody that can defend Jalen Brown or Tatum.
and
And with
yeah.
Derek White, he going off. It's kind of like, you know, Donovan Mitchell isn't a defensive. He's not a he's not a two-way player. He's just
Yeah.
primarily on the offensive end. And then it's like I don't know who they're starting at small forward. Is it Okuro or Karis
Um
LeVert? Like,
no, Levert ain't starting. Struce. Is it
I got
Max
to pull it
Struce?
up here.
oh,
Yeah,
Strus,
I
yeah.
think
no,
it's Struce.
Okoro is out there though. I guess he's playing the four though.
He might be playing four and
They
Mobley. They may
started.
be playing Mobley at the
Yeah,
five.
they
Yeah.
started Mobley, Okoro, then you got Struess, Mitchell, and Garland. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
But I mean, and that's you got
And Max Struce is
Okoro and
probably the
Strus.
only defensive one they really have out there that can, you know what I mean, man
But
up.
who? But let's be real here. Who he go
I'm not
stop?
saying he gonna lock up. I'm not saying he gonna stop nobody, but I'm just talking about just known for the defense. He's probably the only one. He's just a 3-and-D guy. But nobody no, I agree with you. And even Mobley, I mean, like, but who you holding, like um what's old boy name? Al Horford, like he's a threat offensively, but you know what I mean? He's not you're not guarding, you're not putting him on Tatum or Brown. So they really don't make that big of a difference. Even if you stop somebody like Al Horford, like them
Nah,
other
dog.
two gonna kill you. Along with Holiday too. Like that's still another offensively,
Yeah,
you
he
can
ain't gonna do nothing but focus on locking up Darius Garland. So that takes away your second primary option.
yep.
So
Nah,
yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, they about to play at 7. Or they're on now.
no, it's
yeah, they should be
halftime. It's
on now.
tied up.
Halftime. Okay, yeah, I'm about to say they're on now. So how's that going right now, Jared? I know you watching.
It's tied up 54-54.
God, wow.
Okay.
Um, Tatum is off to a slow start shooting. I mean, he's 3 for 10. But he does have 16 points. He's been to the line 10 times, so
Okay.
that's cool. But yeah, nothing crazy is going on. Mitchell only has 6. Garland only has 5, which they're going to have to pick it up to make the series respectable.
Absolutely.
Karras got 12 off the bench. So yeah, it's crazy. I didn't realize how small Cleveland was until I realized that Allen wasn't out there. But I mean, they have Tristan Thompson, which he hasn't played yet tonight. But
He
I
gave him
like
some valuable minutes in those last 2 games
yeah,
against the Magic.
I like Tristan Thompson for what he is, what he does. That's
Exactly.
why I couldn't believe that he didn't start for the Lakers last year. But again, we're
He
gonna
ain't
push
We'll
that
even
talk
over.
about that.
hey, he ain't
We're ready
even
for that
clocking no
conversation.
minutes for them right now. So
Yeah, but I was just thinking about like the last series against the Magic. He was playing
Yeah, I saw him out there. I saw him
down
out
down
there.
the stretch. But yeah, no, that I mean, like you said, it's size, but you also because the Celtics can run too if they have to. So you still don't want to put too much size out there that slows down your defense. You can't get set up, you know what I mean, or you can't get it stay in front of nobody. So yeah.
Right.
Let's jump over to the Western Conference, man. You got the Mavs up one on the the Thunder up one on the Mavs, and the Timberwolves, like we were saying earlier, out to a 2-0 lead on the Nuggets. Granted, the Nuggets got this championship pedigree, and who knows? They haven't been in this position lately in the playoffs the past couple of years, but the Timberwolves are showing they really a different breed, and their defense is ridiculous. They swarm on players like Wolves. Like
Yeah.
they are literally running around the court. Like the rotation, man, their rotations is crazy.
yeah, I mean, and that's a testament to their head coach. I mean, when you got three bigs that really are athletic and they can stay with Jokic, it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna throw all three of them at you, and it's up to you to see what you're gonna do with it. And with Jokic having to go against all three, it's like you can't just get one in foul trouble, and
Right.
it's gonna keep being somebody that's gonna be fresh, that's gonna be on you at all times. So, and yeah, he can't get into the plays, you know, on a consistent basis.
I agree
So,
with that.
you know, when he's not able to do his thing out there, it kind of puts him in a bind, like, because everybody else is kind of waiting on him to see what he's going to do. And when they clamping him down, it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? And Jamal Murray, I don't know what his issue is, but
Yeah, I know.
hey,
And like I said, I know they say he been hurt, but
He's only
again,
Kobe against the Lakers, so I mean,
and Utah,
yeah, I mean he's
uh,
a good player, but I mean he
yeah,
turns into some extraterrestrial, however you say that word, creature when he's playing against the Lakers. I mean that's fine. It's got him where it's got him where they've gotten so far. So, but yeah, I mean he's definitely good, but against the Lakers, he's the greatest player ever. But I digress.
yeah. And seeing the rest of those guys, they're role players like Porter Jr., um, what's the
Aaron
other guy?
Gordon,
Gordon,
KCP.
KCP. Those guys can't get off if Jokic and Murray's not drawing the defense to them. So if they
Right.
not going, then the rest of the guys is pretty much stuck because
and
they
then you
depend.
also, got to think about this. They don't have a bench. Like they got Braun,
I've been
they
saying that
got
all year.
Reggie Jackson, but
It
who
really like
else?
they. I think they run seven. I
They,
think they really only play seven.
yeah, because I haven't even seen DeAndre Jordan yet.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Nope.
it's like you gotta in the playoffs, yeah, you want to kind of curve your minutes and things like you want to kind of slim down that rotation a little bit, but if you already slimmed it down and you really ain't got nobody else to count on, like you can't just bring somebody fresh out there who ain't really got that type of playing time all year and throw them in there and it's the playoffs.
Right.
Like where one little mistake can change the entirety of the game.
Yep.
So yeah, they kind of on the bad end of this series and
Yeah.
being down 0-2 and heading to Minnesota. It's like, yeah, you're not going to steal one there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, man, you going now? You about to go to Minnesota? Like, I don't like you said. I don't see them stealing one in Minnesota.
Mm-mm.
But that Thunder Mavs game, I think is going to be better. The second game anyway. I don't. I see Kyrie and Luka figuring it out. They've been figuring it out, and I mean, they've been going crazy. Uh, are the Thunder too young for this for this spotlight?
Nah,
Man, they've been
nah.
defying odds to me all year. I still don't know how they're getting it done with that lineup. I don't know. I
It's
don't know.
continuity. It's
Yeah,
continuity.
and maybe
Continuity and that chemistry.
and maybe
It
that
goes a long way.
coach, maybe that
Mm-hmm.
coach. I'm just saying. I mean, when you got a coach that actually knows what he wants to do, what he wants to do to take the other team out of doing what they want to do, it goes far. But I digress again.
All right, man. Let's jump into these award winners in the NBA, man. They announced the last couple. So you got Rookie of the Year, uh Wimby. You got Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gay. I think that's his third or fourth.
Rudy
Third.
Gobert.
Rudy
Rudy
Gobert.
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gay is not even in
Oh,
the
why?
league.
Bro.
Hey,
And I
because I was
typed
sitting
it up
there
like
thinking
that.
to
Y'all
myself,
thinking no Rudy Gobert? Yeah, right. I'm just like, bro. I'm old school, bro. I'm just used to Rudy Gay.
hey, I
Uh,
was about to say, did they name the Defensive Player of the Year trophy after
Award
him?
Rudy Gay.
I'm about to say, hey, that's wild.
Yeah, that would have been
Oh,
hella
I'm about
wild.
saying I don't think he won none. Uh, Rudy Gobert, sorry, wins Defensive Player of the Year. NBA Social Justice Champion. This is one of them new random trophies. Carl Anthony Towns gets that, and of course MVP goes to Jokic. I think all those are okay. MVP though.
That should have went to Shea.
Okay. Let's talk about it. So me and my best friend, we was talking about this the other day, and he was saying that he thinks it should have or could have been Luca. He led the league in scoring. I mean, to pull his team out of the play-in into a playoff spot. I was saying it was going to be Shea just based on how the NBA views that award and how they've traditionally given it out. It's usually been, like I said, the best player on the best team with the best record, usually in the strongest conference, which has been the West for a little while now. What? And I heard Shaq and Charles arguing about this. What should the award, the MVP? It says most valuable player. Like, what do y'all think the qualifications of that should be?
I don't know, but I know what it should be. It should be the best player.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
What do you think it should be?
literally numbers. Who's the best player? Who's producing the most? I think is who it should go to. Granted,
Regardless of their record, of the team's record, should the
yeah,
team
you
success
have to
fall into that some too?
you'd have to consider that, but man, I want the best player to win it, or maybe they should have a player of the year in an MVP or something like that. I want
I agree with
the
that.
best player regardless of your record. I don't care if y'all 2-52 or 2-62, 20-62 rather. But if you
If you got a
average
player on your team averaging 40, then like,
35,
yeah,
12 rebounds, and 10 assists, you need to win at least best player of the year, most
yeah.
outstanding player, or whatever. But I mean,
And
I
I
feel
see
like that's
they're
the only
adding these
way.
type of these random awards. It would be very easily to add a player of the year and then an MVP, like you said.
Because and then it's like if you were to make it like how you suggested, like best player on best team, best record, then I mean we don't need to vote. Like nobody needs to vote. It could just be an automated. And then
Yeah.
what if that best player on that best team only averages 26 and 6? Does that like 26 rebounds and 6 assists? Does that qualify him for MVP? I feel like if you put too many stipulations on it, then that takes the guessing part out of it. But um, I'm actually not one that should have guaranteed. I mean, I don't know. Jokic's numbers are crazy. 26, 12, and 9 as a center. I mean, I can't.
It's
Basically, what
hard
I'm
to
trying to say
deny
is I
that.
can't really argue with it. I,
Yeah.
I can entertain a conversations for somebody saying Luca or somebody saying Shea, but I can't necessarily say they got it wrong though.
Because I think Luca averaged like 33 this year.
Yeah, that's nuts. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think it was like 33, 6, and 8 or something like that.
that's what I'm saying. Then maybe maybe he should have got more consideration, but
I was just
um, Jokic is one assist off a triple double. Like that's
yeah.
that's pretty significant. But
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, and then like usually players, and this is what I was telling him, I'm like, usually players get penalized for having a second star or a second player that, you know what I mean, that performs
hmm
well. And that's why I was thinking about, like, I was surprised when it didn't go to Shea because I'm like, well, he got a lot of, yeah, I think the next best player on the team is averaging like 19 or something like that, or close to 20.